Welcome to my recaps, and I still haven't fixed my microphone. This is a recap of episodes 16 and 17 since they left us on a cliffhanger in episode 16. In the episode, we have the new boys and girls, or boys and girl, going on their dates. Emily went on a date with Eric. Not much to report. They seemed to get along well. She also went on a date with Weston and they kissed, which is kind of a big deal since he is currently coupled up with Kelsey. Jared asked Kira on a date and they talked and stuff. And Anton chose Caro for his date. She seemed really excited about that. Like many of the episodes so far, this episode was focused a lot on Kira's feelings and who she's into. So Kira tells Alexandra and Elizabeth that she's into Weston, and surprisingly they both see a connection there and they both tell her to go for it, which as a viewer is really random, but maybe there's something we're missing since we're not in the villa, but I just felt it was very random. Kira also tells the boys the girls are coupled up with, Dylan and Zach, about her feelings for Weston, and all of them are basically seeming to agree that it's a good thing that Kira goes for Weston. And Kira tells them not to tell Weston or tell anyone else, and then Dylan immediately goes to Weston and tells him. So, didn't really follow directions there. In the whole love square of Weston, Kelsey, Emily, and Kira, Kelsey seems to be very mature about the whole thing and tells Weston she's going to give him the opportunity to figure out his feelings and get to know Emily and get to talk about his feelings to Kira as well. And I really have to applaud her for going about it in that way. Emily and Kira also talk about their kiss and their feelings for each other. And Emily talks a little bit more about her bisexuality. And it also makes us realize as viewers that the kiss didn't come from thin air, that Emily said that she has kissed girls before the kissing competition, which clears up a lot of things because it seemed really random as a viewer, and it seemed like odd that Kira would just assume that Emily was okay with kissing her, but now it makes sense. Like I previously said, in episode 16 we're left on a cliffhanger, so we don't find out what happens in the recoupling until episode 17, which I'm also going to cover now. So the no surprises are Asada and Yaman, Dylan and Alexandra, Zach and Elizabeth, Caro and Ray, and then we get to Emily's decision. She has a whole speech about someone that she has had a good connection with since the beginning. I didn't really have too much of a prediction on this, but I did spoil myself before the episode, so I wasn't surprised, and I don't know if I would have been. But she ends up going with Weston, which made sense to me because I feel like they had better communication, and I feel like her and Eric's relationship so far has been very surface level. And then of course Kira is not going to choose Anton because I don't think she even ever talked to him. She's obviously not going to choose Eric because they already broke up. So Kira is left with Jared and is just choosing him because he's there. How could I forget? Even before Kira chooses anyone, Kelsey decides to remove herself from the island. I already forgot about her because she left. And I thought that was a very humble decision. A lot of people wouldn't remove themselves if they are going on the show for fame and or money and or Instagram followers, because the longer you're on, the more people will remember you. I already forgot to mention her, so that's not a good sign. But it means that she was probably on Love Island for the right reasons, or as right of a reason as anyone could be on that reality show. I really enjoyed Kelsey. She was one of my favorite people in the villa, so I'm sad to see her go, but I also think it's fitting for her to go because what really would she be doing if she stayed there for another week? Another note of the recoupling is that I feel like Emily was having a Kira moment where she wanted to have her cake and eat it too, where she wanted to recouple with Weston but still have Eric there. Maybe she was assuming Kelsey would choose him, but I don't think she's going to have as many regrets as Kira did with Cashel leaving, because I don't think she had enough of a connection with Eric to be too sad over it. A couple gets to go to the hideaway after the recoupling, and Caro and Ray are chosen to go to the hideaway. We also see that Weston is moving on really quickly with Emily and doesn't seem to miss Kelsey that much. Some not so surprising things we learn from the game are that Weston has slept with over 50 women, that Emily has had a sugar daddy, and that Zach apparently has named his member Bruce. I guess that one is the most surprising out of those 3 facts. We also get more Weston, Emily, and Kira drama, and Weston also calling Kelsey simple again, which I don't really think he needed to reiterate that point, especially as she's gone. Kind of seems mean to still be insulting her after she leaves. Kira says something about being over Weston and seemingly over Emily, and we are kind of just left with Kira not having anyone anymore, longing for 2 people that are still there. Kira seemingly has given up on both Weston and Emily, which I don't necessarily think will happen, so we'll have to see if she is going to pursue either Weston or Emily further, or if she'll just ride out the rest of this Love Island journey, or maybe she will go home on tomorrow's episode, because we were left with a vote for the favorite couples. I don't feel like Kira and Jared are going to get a lot of votes, and they might be the ones to leave. I could see the other Islanders voting that way. I think Kira has a lot of girlfriends and some guy friends on the island though, so maybe not. But it could be up to the public, and maybe the public votes off. Or maybe it goes with the public vote, who has the lowest public vote, because that happens on Love Island UK as well. I just think Kira and Jared will be in the bottom. Most likely Yeaman and Asada will be in the bottom. And then Weston and Emily will probably also be in the bottom. Thank you for watching. Sorry if this video was long. Recapping 2 episodes makes it a little bit longer. And I will see you next time.